The Zion Williamson story, it is becoming a little more interesting by the day. We haven't heard a lot from Zion. I mean, you know, this young, talented kid, top prospect, goes to Duke, just really wants to play ball. He seems so innocent. He gets to the NBA, drafted by the New Orleans Pelicans. Year one, remember, he's injured to start the year. He comes about halfway through it, balls out for the Pelicans. You got everybody in New Orleans salivating at the mouth in the post-Anthony Davis era. COVID interrupts the season. Zion goes to the bubble, then leaves the bubble. It's weird. We hear rumblings that Zion isn't happy in New Orleans. Okay, kind of pause that there. Zion balls out last year, by the way. Balls out. But again, can't stay healthy for a full season. He gets injured at the latter part of it as the Pelicans were trying to make a playoff push. It's where we are right now, and Zion's been out the entire season with an injury to his foot. He had surgery in the offseason, and he's not playing this year. He has left New Orleans and apparently is in Oregon training. The Pelicans haven't given much of an update. They don't know much. Zion isn't telling much. His team, when they have spoken, family included, have denied reports of being unhappy publicly, at least in New Orleans. His actions show different. We still got the weight issue right there that's surrounding and hovering over this situation. And now let's fast forward to the last couple weeks here. The Pelicans made a trade. They brought in some help for Zion whenever he gets back. And CJ McCollum, you got him for Josh Hart, a little bit of nothing, really, to be real with you. And you get that help in, a guy that can go get you 20 points on any given night in this league. CJ's only 30 years of age. CJ drops this bombshell during the All-Star weekend. He's doing an interview with Turner, TNT, Inside the NBA, and I thought it was tasteless for CJ to do it. I'll talk about that more in a second. CJ Flatfoot said that, hey, he's been in New Orleans for a week or so time, and he hadn't talked to Zion. And if you watch the interview, I advise you go watch it. The way CJ said it, it wasn't like they asked CJ had he talked to Zion. He went out of his way to put it out there. I hadn't talked to Zion. And I always tell you guys this. One of my rules is the guys that do podcasts in the NBA, generally speaking, I'm not saying everybody, but generally speaking, they talk too much. I would bet to you a lot of stories don't leak out of Portland with CJ no longer there. I bet that Blazers team has more of a tight-knit group nowadays. CJ McCollum has a podcast, for those who don't know. We'll get into some comments from JJ Redick, who also has a podcast that he made on ESPN about Zion in another video. But again, the premise remains, CJ claims that Zion did not reach out to him after he, became a Pelican. Again, CJ is a respected scorer in this league, and he's saying, it's common for NBA players to reach out when a guy comes to your team, especially the stars of your team. They reach out, say, what up? Yo, happy to have you. Here's what I'm thinking. Whoop, whoop, woo. This is how I think we can work together as teammates and run this offense and lock in on defense and hopefully win some games and compete for years to come. CJ said that didn't happen. Now, today I saw McCollum, who clearly sees what has happened since he made those comments on Inside the NBA. He said, since then Zion has reached out, but obviously Zion reached out because he saw some backlash coming his way for not reaching out to his teammate that was newly acquired. I didn't like the comment from CJ. I thought it was tacky and tasteless. Again, the podcast guys, man, I'm telling you, be careful what you tell them. I didn't like the comment. I thought if you watched Inside the NBA, he threw him under the bus. They didn't ask him about that, about has Zion talked to you or not, or reached out to you. He gave that information up. It was clear it was on his mind, And I'm not saying he couldn't have, not went about doing it differently. Like maybe he could have leaked that to a reporter, but to just do it like that, throw that man under the bus All-Star weekend, I thought it was tacky from CJ McCollum. I really did. And Zion, and again, it's tacky, but it still falls on Zion, right? Like the fact that he's not reaching out to teammates. The Pelicans feel like they got a very disengaged player. That's where we are right now. Zion feels like he's uninterested. He's saying all the right things whenever you do talk to him, but now you ain't really talking to him anymore. He's injury prone. They're saying he's overweight. What happens here? Have the Pelicans wasted a #1 pick? They've had two great top #1 picks in about 11 years' time, 12 years' time, and AD plays in LA and is injury prone. He was injury prone in New Orleans as well, by the way. And now Zion looks to be injury prone, and it don't look like they get into 7 years with Zion. He might not even take an extension. He might have his mind on somewhere else. This is bad, man. This is starting to get ugly quickly for Zion Williamson and his Pelicans future, because you know what people are going to say? They're going to start to infer that Zion just doesn't want to play for this team. It ain't the fact that he doesn't want to be in the league. It ain't the fact that he doesn't care about the game of basketball. They're going to start to put together that he won't lose the weight, that he won't reach out to new teammates, and he's away from the team because he doesn't want to be a New Orleans Pelican. That's what people are going to put together. I'm not saying that that's what I feel. I'm saying that's an easy thing to put together from what we saw from Zion thus far in his very young career. We're not getting him this year. And I think New Orleans has every right to say, all right, what's going on? You know, we invested in you. We want to build around you. What have we done to you for you to not want to deal with us? Already, you haven't even played enough games to not want to deal with us.